I'm here to find out what you can put in your fridge. To fridge or not, that's the question.
We have countless arguments at FUHQ about what to keep cold, and we're not alone. Households across the land have fallen out over fridging.
She puts them in the fridge and I don't.
I do, yeah, but my mother-in-law, she doesn't.
So which foods cause the most clashes?
What about bread?
Freezer.
You do?
We do sometimes to make it last a little bit longer.
All right, tomatoes?
Definitely, we do. Yeah.
Do. For what reason?
I don't know.
Keep them in the fridge.
Why?
Mum does it. I think cupboards, but I'm not sure.
So what about coffee?
My wife, she puts in the fridge.
I keep our coffee on the side.
My mother-in-law keeps it in the fridge. I don't think it's necessary to, no.
On what grounds?
Oh, is that a pun? On what grounds?
Oh, very good. Boom.
To bring household harmony to the nation, I've asked food safety expert Holly Jeffries to solve these storage wars once and for all.
I argue with my wife about taking tomatoes out of the fridge. She'll say they go off.
Tomatoes should be kept outside of the fridge.
Yes, they should. I'm glad we've sorted that one out.
The taste and texture is affected by keeping them in cool conditions. If you are going to keep them in the fridge, which will make them last longer,
Yeah.
you need to take them out 24 hours before you're going to eat them.
Sorry, sweetheart. Looks like I was right all along about the tomatoes.
And bread?
No, it'll go stale much quicker if it's kept in the fridge.
Bread bin it is then.
Now, finally, coffee. I always keep my coffee in the fridge. What do you do with it?
Some packets say to keep it in the fridge, some say to keep it in the freezer, and some say to keep it in an airtight container.
So even the coffee makers themselves can't agree on that one.
Need to find out more.
Coffee connoisseur Jeremy Tors might just be the man to help clear up this confusion.
Matt, hi.
Nice
Good to meet you.
He's been hand roasting small batches of beans here in East London for the last 15 years.
So this is the coffee in its raw state.
And that's the seed of the coffee tree.
So this has got no discernible coffee taste?
Absolutely none. In fact, if you tried to brew it, it's going to taste pretty bad.
So the coffee is roasted for around 15 minutes until they've achieved the perfect burnished bean. A few seconds too long and they'll be considered ruined.
Beautiful smell.
This is really when all that wonderful stuff's happening. Yeah. And then there we go. So you've just brought about 100 kilos of coffee out of the drum there.
A lot of heat, huh?
You can feel it.
Wow.
Coffee's come out of the roaster. The coffee's at its freshest. And what we've got to do now is keep that locked in there until you get it home.
Jeremy's got to be quick on the draw. The coffee is ground and sealed, all within an hour.
Once the coffee's roasted, it's incredibly volatile. And there are the most amazing oils and aromatics in there that will stale in the presence of oxygen. They will oxidise.
But how should I look after my coffee once I open the bag? To show me, Jeremy has set up a small experiment.
I'm going to just pour 25 grams of coffee into my filter here.
One bag's been kept in his cupboard for a couple of days. The other bag has been kept in the fridge.
I'm a cheese fan, so I've had some pongy cheeses in there.
Okay.
And what we'll do, we'll see whether the coffee's picked that up. I'm hoping that you'll be able to tell which of these has been sitting in my fridge.
Here's hoping my chef's taste buds won't let me down.
OK, this tastes like freshly brewed coffee. This one doesn't. There's very little aroma, and it's quite kind of flat tasting.
That was what would be my expectation. That's the one that's just been sitting in the fridge for a couple of days. You're not necessarily tasting or smelling the cheese, but the fact that those aromas have gotten in there and muddied up the others can just reduce that overall experience.
Well, turns out I was wrong. If it's a fresh, fragrant brew you're after, keeping open coffee bags in the fridge is a big no-no.
So where should we be storing it?
Well, I think if you're going to drink your coffee very quickly, it's fine just to roll the bag down, get the air out of it, and then just keep it in a place that's not too warm and away from the direct sun.
Right.
And for up to 5 or 7 days, the coffee will store fine like that.
OK.
If you're going to take that little bit longer, maybe a bag of coffee is going to last you 3 or 4 weeks, that's when I'd say use the freezer.
Boiling water will instantly defrost the tiny grains, giving you that perfect brew every time.
Ultimately, it comes down to how much coffee you drink and how long you're going to store it for.
That's right.